Hello, welcome back to another episode of F1 Champions, the section where we analyze what could have happened if and only if the point system that you see in the screen had been applied to every single season of the F1 history, starting from 2009. So, we already saw until the year 1991, with only 3 world titles changed. In the year 99 with Eddie Irvine winning the title, over Mika Häkkinen. In the year 97 with Schumacher winning the title over Villeneuve, if he hadn't been disqualified. But anyway, with the point systems, probably he wouldn't have crashed because he was gonna win the title anyhow. And the year 94 where Damon Hill won the championship. So, the year 1990, a very famous year because Senna did an interesting thing in Suzuka to take revenge of what happened in the previous year in that exact racetrack. So, the point system, as you can see, there is a small difference here, 9 points to the winner instead of 10, and the rest remains the same. Also, there was another thing to consider, that only 11 races of the total were considered to take into consideration for the World Championship contenders, right? And now you take into consideration every single race. At those times, the 11 best results only counted for the World Championship. So, who was where at those times? Once again, you have a team parade with a lot of teams, right? Before we had the 16, 17, here we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You have 20 teams, which means more than 40 drivers on the grid at least, right? Especially because every single driver had at least, I know here there's only one. But anyway, I'm not going to even mention all the names, just the important ones perhaps. In Ferrari you had Alain Prost and Nigel Mansell, a very good lineup for those times for Ferrari, especially since they didn't win the championship in a really long time. You have Williams, Renault with Thierry Boutsen and Riccardo Patrese. You have Benetton with Nelson Piquet. You have what other teams are there? McLaren? I don't see McLaren. Here it is. McLaren Honda with Ayrton Senna and Gerhard Berger, and so on. Lots of engine suppliers once again: Lamborghini, Jude, Ford, Ferrari, Renault, Honda, Subaru at some points of the season for this Colony team, right? Before changing to Ford. But anyway, that was how the teams were. The calendar is the same as the year 91, except for Spain being in Jerez instead of Montmeló, and France being in Paul Ricard instead of Magny-Cours, right? The rest of the season was exactly the same. So, the World Championship was decided like this: 78 points for Ayrton Senna, 71 or 3 for Alain Prost. Third runner-up was Nelson Piquet with 43 or 44 points, Gerhard Berger with 43, and so on. I can see that Ayrton Senna actually had several retirements here, 4 and 4 for Alain Prost, Ayrton Senna being out of the points one time. So, would the World Championship be different based on this? Actually, there could have been a chance that this was going to be a different thing. So, let's see. Chip effects right there. And the answer is no. The World Championship was not going to be any different, with Ayrton Senna winning the championship with 233 points over Alain Prost with 227. 5 points difference in the title battle, with Nelson Piquet, 169, Gerhard Berger with 159, and Boutsen 131, and Mansell, and so on. You can see there's not many differences in the championship, with Alesi being 9th, you have Bernard being in 10th, Suzuki jumping some positions forward, and so on. So, still Ayrton Senna winning at least 2 title championships, and interesting to see what's going to happen in the year 89, right? Where something similar happened to decide the world title. So, was Prost gonna win the world championship in the year 89, especially with the same thing happening in the Suzuka race where Ayrton Senna got disqualified. Stay tuned to see what could have happened in the history. See you for the next decade, the 80s decade. Stay tuned.